Good morning, students. May this new year bring you much joy and fun. May you find peace, love, and success in your life. I wish you all the blessings and success you truly deserve. Wishing you all a very happy and prosperous new year. During birthday, we used to eat black forest, white forest, cakes, and biscuits, which are fluffy in nature because of yeast. Milk. Milk is converted into curd by lactobacillus. Curds are the dairy products made by curdling of milk. Curds are used to make cheese. Curd rich in calcium and phosphorus and also high protein content. Okay, let's move on. Lesson World of Microbes. Yes, today we are going to see World of Microbes. Microbes include virus, bacteria, fungi, algae, and protozoa. In this lesson, you are going to study different kinds of microorganisms, bacteria, shape, structure, virus, role of microorganisms in agriculture, medicine, and food industries. Microbiology. What is microbiology? Micro means small, biology means, bio means life, logy means study. So, microbiology is a branch of science that deals with the living organisms of microscopic in nature, which we can see it only through microscope. Then microbes can live in different habitats. Habitat means what? Yes, habitats means the place where they live. Microbes live on the terrestrial, aquatic, atmospheric. Land, terrestrial means land, aquatic means water, atmospheric means air. They can live in the high salt content also. They are in different types, then shapes, but they differ from each other. Size, morphology means external structure, metabolism, and habitat. So the bacteria, now we are going to study about bacteria. Bacteria are prokaryotic organism. Important one word. Prokaryotic organisms means without nucleus and cell organelles. Then they are present everywhere. Then they have different shapes. Then if you come to the structure of bacteria, the bacteria are covered by cell wall, and the cell wall is protected by capsule. The capsule is made up of polysaccharides. Then they are having ribosomes. The ribosomes and the chromosomes are very important for the genetic, in order to pass the genetic material, DNA. In addition to the extra chromosomal, they will have the plasmid, extra chromosomal extra chromosomal plasmid. So the ribosomes will take part in the protein synthesis and the DNA will take part in the genetic material. They are having the long thread-like structure called as flagella, which are very helpful for them to move from one place to the another place. Now we'll see the shapes of bacteria. A rod-shaped bacteria are called bacilli. Spherical shaped bacteria are called cocci. Spiral shaped bacteria are called as spirillum. Okay, important 2 marks question. Spherical shape, rod shaped, spherical shape and spiral shaped. Then rod shaped means bacilli, spherical means cocci, then spirillum is the spiral in shape. The next one is virus. Virus in Latin means venom or poisonous liquid. The virus are covered by protein sheath and which is made up of nucleic acids. Then they are having the virus particle, important virus particle, that is called as viron, V-I-R-I-O-N. Okay, important one word. They can live in plants, animals, human beings, even on the bacteria, but they will attack only specific host. Now we'll see the characters of virus. First one is the living characters. They are having the nucleic acid, DNA or RNA. DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid. RNA means ribonucleic acid, which will act as a genetic material. The second point, they multiply. They can multiply very fast in the living host, that is living organisms. Then they are multiply very fast and they will grow very fast also. Then they are living they live inside the living organisms. The non-living characters of virus. The first one, when they come out of the living organisms, they will act like a non-living organisms. Then they are devoid. Devoid means without devoid means cell organelles. The cell organelles are absent. The nucleus, other things are absent. Then they are crystallized in nature. Types of virus. Virus are divided into 3 types. Plant virus, animal virus. Third one is the bacteriophage. Virus that attack the bacteria. Example, T4 bacteriophage. T4 bacteriophage diagram is very important. Head, DNA, tail sheath, then tail fiber. Okay, head, DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, tail sheath and then tail fiber. The next one is fungi. Example, yeast. The yeast are very useful in order to make bread, then alcohol, then other milk products. Then if we come to the fungi, fungi lack chlorophyll. So they depend upon the living organisms and dead organic matter. So when they depend upon the living organic matter, they are called as parasites. Then when they are depend upon the dead organic matters, they are called as saprophytes. Okay, important 1 mark question. So when they depend upon the living organic matter, they are called as parasites. When they depend upon the dead organic matter, they are called as saprophytes. Then the body of the fungus is called as an thallus. Then they are unicellular in nature. One cell. Suppose if they are having the multicellular forms, means they are having the thin filaments, and that multicellular forms means that multicellular forms are called as a mycelium. Okay. So when they are mostly they are unicellular, and some of them are in the multicellular forms. The multicellular forms means that is mycelium, and the mycelium is having the thin filaments called as an hyphae, and this hyphae consists of the cytoplasm, that cell organelles, nucleus, mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, then endoplasmic reticulum. Then reproduction. If you come to the reproduction, they are divided into 3 types: sexually, asexually, and vegetative method. Sexually means both male and the female are present. Antheridium and orchigonium. Then asexual means spore forms. Spores means small seed-like structure. Then vegetative method means small vegetative, they are having the small structures. Vegetative method means they will reproduce by the vegetative method, that is binary fission. Then binary means 2 methods. Then fragments. So binary fission means by fragments. And then for budding also. Budding means that is the small structure, it is called as a bud like a structure, and that bud will form many organs. So vegetative means spore, fragments, and then the last one is the budding. Okay. One is prions. The term prion was coined by Stanley B. Prusina in 1982. Prions are viral particles, contain only proteins. They do not contain nucleic acid. They are infectious and smaller than virus. Prions are found in neurons and are rod-shaped. Prions induce changes in normal proteins. This results in degeneration of nervous tissue or neuron. Application of microbes. Microbes play important role and they will contribute the human welfare in many ways. Microbes play important role in agriculture. Microbes enrich the soil and they are called as biofertilizers. They will recycle the elements like carbon, oxygen, phosphorus and sulfur. So oxygen, carbon, phosphorus, sulfur and nitrogen also. So you can find that nitrogen is very low in the soil, low content in the soil. So the bacteria will absorb the nitrogen from the atmosphere and they will send it to the plants and they will enrich the soil. Biocontrol agents means some of the insect larvae are present on the plants and they will destroy it. So these microbes, we can see it in the small packets. Example, Bacillus thuringiensis are present in the, they are selling it in the packets and that liquid we have to dissolve it in water and spray it to the plants, and they will kill the insect larva. Then in industries, beverages, that is grapes are fermented in the industries in order to make a different alcoholic beverages. Then they are used in the microbes are used in order to prepare the coffee seeds, tea leaves. Then they are used in the organic acids also, like citric acid, oxalic acid and acetic acids. Then medicine, if you come to the medicine, they are used as the antibiotics and vaccine. Antibiotics. In 1929, Alexander Fleming first introduced the antibiotic called as penicillin. So the antibiotics will kill the diseases now. Then vaccines, the vaccines are prepared from the live animals or dead organic matter also in order to avoid the diseases. Then microbes and diseases. First one, occurrence. Endemic, epidemic, pandemic and sporadic. Then endemic means few people will be affected. Then epidemic means large number of people will be affected. Pandemic means the whole world will be affected. That is the disease which will be passed from one country to the another country. Sporadic means occasionally the diseases are affected, like cholera and typhoid. The next one is antibiotic produced by microorganisms. Classes of microorganism. Bacteria. Type of microorganisms and antibiotic produced. Streptomyces gracious, streptomycin. Streptomyces erythris, erythromycin. Bacillus subtilis, bacitracin. Fungi. Penicillium noctatum, penicillin. Cephalosporium acromonium, cephalosporia. Vaccines produced against disease. Live vaccine. Type of vaccine, name of the vaccine, MMR. Disease, measles, mumps and rubella. BCG, tuberculosis. Inactivated, killed antigen, poliovirus, polio. Subunit vaccine, hepatitis B vaccine. Hepatitis B affect the liver. Toxid, tetanus toxid, TT, tetanus. Diphtheria toxid, diphtheria. The next one is manifestation of diseases. Communicability diseases, that is communicable and non-communicable disease. Communicable disease means the disease which are transmitted from one person to the another person. Example, cholera, typhoid. The non-communicable disease means which are not transmitted from one person to the another person. Example, coronary heart disease and cancer. Enter. The microbes will enter into the body through air, water, soil, food materials, then by sexual contact. Reservoir of infection, they will infect the living organisms, but they won't cause any diseases in water and food. Incubation means the disease, that the interval between the infection and the disease is called as an incubation period. Infection, they will cause the diseases to the animals and the human beings. Harmful effects of microbes. First, some microbes will damage the tissues. Tissue damage. For an example, pulmonary tuberculosis will affect the lungs or they will destroy the lungs. The next one, toxin. When the microbes enter into the body, at once they will inject the poisonous substances or poisonous liquid called as a toxin in order to cause the diseases to the human beings and animals. Now we'll see the recap. Microbiology is a branch of biology that deals with the living organisms of microscopic size, which include bacteria, fungi, algae, protozoa and virus. First we saw bacteria, structure of bacterial cell. The next one, virus and its type. So the term virus in Latin means venom or poisonous liquid. Third one, fungi, yeast cell. They lack chlorophyll, so they depend upon living organisms and dead organic matter. Prions. It is coined by Stanley B. Prushina in 1982. The next one, application of microbes. Microbes in agriculture. Microbes play a role in cycling of elements like carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur and phosphorus. The next one, microbes in industries. Production of fermented beverages, coffee beans, tea leaves and tobacco. The last one is the microbes in medicine. Antibiotics and vaccines. Antibiotics. In 1929, Alexander Fleming produced the first antibiotic, penicillin. In human beings, antibiotics are used to control the diseases like cholera, diphtheria, pneumonia and typhoid. Vaccines. Vaccines are prepared by making the microbes. It stimulates the body to produce antibodies against the antigen in the microbes. The last one is the harmful effects of microbes. Tissue damage. For damages, the cells of lungs, for example, bacterium of pulmonary tuberculosis damages the cells of the lungs.